Good afternoon and welcome to Forbidden Planet, where we are delighted to announce that we have a book signing event about to take place downstairs in the books department. That's John Walsh signing copies of these latest cult movie titles. That's Conan the Barbarian, the official story of the film, and The WICKER Man, the official story of the film. That's John Walsh signing Conan the Barbarian, the official story of the film, and The WICKER Man, the official story of the film, right now downstairs in the books department.
Right, let's go. Hello, I'm John Walsh. I'm filmmaker and author. I'm here at London's Forbidden Planet Superstore, signing copies of my 2 new books. The Wicker Man's having its 50th anniversary this year in 2023, so it seemed like a great opportunity to delve deep into the Wicker Man and find out what really went on and the controversies that people have talked about now for 50 years. So I had access to 900 documents as part of the Studio Canal archive, and it was a very deep dive indeed. We spoke to everyone who still survives. So Bruce Eklund was our big star. She spoke to us and gave us a lengthy interview for the book. And in fact, it was the first time in I think over 25 years she sat down and done a formal interview, because she has kind of mixed feelings about the film and the part she played in it. But now she's much more sort of at rest with the role of Willow and how she's portrayed. We had access to the insurance paperwork, all of the letters, the memos, the budgets, the schedules, and we could see exactly what people were paid, how people were treated, and indeed the kind of chaotic nature of the shoots. As an example, Leslie Mackey was sent down to London. She played one of the school children in the film, although she was 21 at the time. She was sent to London with the film's rushes on a regular basis. So it's hard to imagine now a production, however large or small, trusting a member of the acting team to deliver the film's negative. Conan the Barbarian, of course, is a classic film from 1982, and it kind of led the charge for sword and sandal epics in the 80s, because up until that point there hadn't been an R-rated, for American cinema audiences, or X here in the UK, fantasy, science fiction film. But to stick to Robert E. Howard's original novels, the filmmakers John Milius and Dino De Laurentiis felt they had to take it to as far as they could within the realms of what was decent and what was allowed. Arnold Schwarzenegger recognises that this film, probably more than any other, people think Terminator was the film that established him best, but it was really this film was the first Hollywood A picture where he was the leading man, and he proved that he could hold his own against everyone else. We go into that in some detail in the book about the acting, the tips he got from Max von Sydow, and also from James Earl Jones, who was the voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars series. I think he realises that Conan was the thing that lit the touch paper for his career, and he was rather hoping that he would have made the original trilogy that John Milius had planned. The 3 films didn't happen. The first film happened with John Milius. Things changed for the second film, so the King Conan film is still waiting to be made, and we talk about that in the book too. On a book like this, it's always an ambitious task. How can you tell the story of something that's had a 50-year history in the case of The Wicker Man, or a 40-year plus history in the case of Conan the Barbarian? It was vitally important that we got everything precisely right for the official versions. And so really it's one bite at a time with a project like this. Every inquiry, every photograph and every bit of artwork led me down a different path. So I'm always restricted by the amount of words or the amount of pages. And I often think when I start a book, how am I going to fill this? And by the end of it, I'm always asking for a bigger book.
If you're enjoying watching Forbidden Planet TV and you're enjoying watching us talk to the world's most interesting and accomplished filmmakers, authors, artists, musicians, creators, subscribe right here. See you soon.